Conservation Brent Baker, Metro Water Services Director Scott Potter, NDOT Deputy Director Philip Jones, Department of Emergency Communications Acting Director Patrice Coleman, and Metro Nashville Police Department Chief John Drake. Wanted to give a brief update and then turn it over to each of these leaders to share more about progress supporting Nashville and Nashvillians during this winter weather. As a reminder for members of the media, you may put questions into the chat and we'll take those in order after remarks. Early this morning, our Metro Nashville Public Schools announced that schools will be closed Wednesday and Thursday. All before and after school care is also canceled unless the provider offers an inclement weather site. Families are encouraged to check with individual before and after care providers for that information. All after school activities, including sports practices, games, performances, and meetings are also canceled. Our biggest challenge continues to be the process of restoring power. NES continues to make progress with about 135,000 people still without power. They are bringing in additional support. NES already has 700 linemen out there working today, and they'll have multiple mutual aid contracts that they're tapping into with expanded capacity, and Brent from NES will share more about those efforts in just a moment. Last night, around 439 Nashvillians were able to access a warm, safe place to stay at one of our multiple warming locations. These locations have overnight accommodations and food is provided. Those centers are at the Nashville Fairgrounds, the Madison Community Center, and the Southeast Community Center. People can also get warm at any of our Nashville Fire Department stations and Training Academy or at the Metro Nashville Police Department precincts at North, West, Hermitage, Madison, South, Midtown Hills, and Southeast precincts. On Monday, we activated a hotline for people needing assistance getting to one of these warming locations. Nashvillians needing help getting to a warming center can call 615-401-1712. You'll need to be prepared to provide your name, your location, the number of people needing transportation, any mobility needs, and whether you have pets. The Department of Emergency Communications is staffing this transportation hotline and dispatching resources to transport people to nearby warming locations. Acting Director Coleman will share more on that effort in just a moment. I know many folks may have lost food during the power outage as it is prolonged, and we're getting additional support in from partners to ensure that everyone continues to have access to food during this emergency. Chef Jose Andres has activated his World Central. They were at the Monroe Street Kroger yesterday, and today at noon we'll be out providing lunch in Richland Park. Our Office of Homeless Services has activated an additional overflow shelter for people experiencing homelessness. Together with our partners at the Nashville Rescue Mission, Room in the Inn, and Launchpad, they're providing shelter for nearly 1,400 people each night. WeGo is operating routes, and they are back up with with limited service today, looking to expand into tomorrow. Mobility Solutions is also providing support directly for these shelters. You can reach them by calling 615-844-3399. For information on WeGo's weather alerts, go to wegotransit.com. You'll notice there is a new face at the table today, Metro Water Services, Director Scott Potter. As temperatures start to warm up today, it will help NDOT clear our roads and help NES get to more lines, but we will be closely watching our water system. There are things we all want to be doing now to prepare for any possible water outages as temperatures rise and things thaw out. Scott Potter will walk through that information in just a moment. We do have a lot of moving pieces in this response effort. I want to start with a situational update from Director Chief Swan.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. Great review as always. First, let me just express my appreciation to all of Nashvillians for stepping up and helping each other out in this time of need. We know that at this point, it will take a lot of us working together. Yesterday, as the team formatted both police, fire, WeGo, and Office of Emergency Management set a program up so that dispatch individuals from their location, their home, to one of the 3 shelters. There was 165 transports that took place that were able to move and shelter 439 personnel, along with the Red Cross and others that helped us manage that big undertaking. So we, again, a lot of appreciation. And even as we speak now, there's a lot of moving people back and forth to their home and residence. So also we want to look at reminding everyone that for us at this point, we're still in the recovery response mode and trying to make sure that we look at our life safety and our incident stabilization and property conservation, as we mentioned yesterday. I'm going to go around the table and just touch up on a couple of departments just so they can give you a quick review. We're going to start out with Patrice with our DEC and give us a report on what you're seeing as far as your staffing and numbers that's coming in.
Thank you, Chief Swan. Good morning, everyone. I want to take a moment to talk about what's happening behind the scenes at 911. Our 911 center is fully operational and we're staffed as we continue to see an impact on call volume because of this storm. I also want to talk about the people at this table. It is refreshing to be able to pick up the phone and get things done for the residents of Nashville and Davidson County. I'm proud of that collaboration and the city should be as well. Beginning last evening, we began staffing the Nashville Shelter Transportation Assistance Hotline and have received hundreds of requests for assistance. We do ask that this hotline be used for the shelter transportation request only and not for informational purposes. This helps us get people out of the cold and to warm and safe locations quicker. I also want to mention something about our stats, call volume stats. Since the beginning of this storm, of this weather event, the team at DEC has processed over thousands of calls. Although I don't have a definitive count at this time because we're experiencing challenges that our technology team is currently working to resolve. I want to be very clear with the public. Please call 911 only for life-threatening emergencies. Do not call to report power outages that don't involve a medical or safety issue. Not to ask about road conditions or request weather updates. I echo what has been said. Please be safe if you have to be out on the roads. I also want to talk about DEC's tactical dispatch team, also known as our Nashville TURT team. They continue to be activated and they, along with all other DEC personnel, across our entire city. I also want to mention that the severe weather can impact cell phone service. You may experience delays or have dropped calls. And finally, I want to recognize the team members and dispatchers at the Nashville Department of Emergency Communications. They are also affected by this weather event. Many are dealing with the same road conditions, power issues, and they're still coming in, showing up, answering the phones, and they're helping others. So please help us help you by keeping the 911 lines clear and keeping those open for life-threatening emergencies only, and use our other non-emergency available platforms to report non-emergencies. At this time, I'll turn it back over to Chief Swan.
All right, thank you. I want to make sure first, can you hear me? Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. So I want to move down to NES. I know that you made quite a bit of progress. I think we're in 130K-ish as far as range. So could you give me a update of where we're at this stage?
Yeah, I'm going to go a little bit more. I'll start with that number. We have restored 100,000 customers since the beginning of the storm. We're hovering at that 135,000 mark. But more importantly, I want to start again with the focus on customers. We know customers want to know specific information about their situation, and we are working. And when I'm finished, I will provide a bit more information about where all the crews are. Or where some of the crews are. We're going to begin to get more and more of that information out now that we have started to stabilize how that restoration looks like. We understand how disruptive this outage is to customers, and we want to help restore power quickly and safely. That is our top priority. This storm, the amount of ice that was in the storm challenged our system like nothing that we'd had before and nothing we often see. When storms hit like this, utilities face many challenges. In a large urban area like ours, scale is the biggest challenge. The ability to stabilize, mobilize, and restore across a massive complex network is what we're faced with, and scale was the event, and it's what we've attacked this storm with. With that widespread damage, we had transmission lines, substation, and distribution networks that were affected, and in the conditions we were in, not one single action was the one that was going to make this happen. It was disciplined progression. So we're following a three-phased approach. We're stabilizing, scaling, and accelerating. The first phase, stabilization, is what you've heard us talk about the last couple of days. Stabilizing, getting the damage contained, knowing exactly what we needed to restore and how many crews we needed to restore. As you've seen, our pole number count continue to increase. You can see as we continue to assess and build more and more into the restoration. Before thousands of crews can work safely, the backbone of the system must be stable. That work is not always visible, so it's essential to have safe and effective restoration. Once we understood the full scope, we then began adding wave after wave of crews. We doubled our workforce after the first day. Last night, we had 631 crews, linemen that were here, line workers that were here. This morning, another set came in, so we're now over 700. By the end of the night tonight, we'll have 925 line workers here. In addition to that, we have 207 vegetation workers. In addition to that, we have engineers, field workers, and others that are leading this group. So we have amassed a large amount of folks. The part of our effort was about scale. And so getting that up and doing that effectively is something that we have really focused on in the last couple of days. We are moving between the second phase and the third phase. Once we have scaled, we know that we will see speed increase and acceleration be key. And we know that's what customers want to see. So we're working toward that. Another key we have is to make sure we stay safe. So NES currently has crews from Florida, Maryland, Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, Mississippi, and Tennessee in the field, and others that are on their way continually. While other companies have offered support, it's greatly appreciated, and we've been able to grow our workforce with current contracts and mutual aid partnerships. We currently have that over 700 workers, and we'll be at 925 tonight. But safely restoring the power to all customers is key. It's our top priority, and we have to ensure that we deploy crews safely and in a coordinated way. We cannot compromise that safety. Additionally, as we continue to move forward, we mentioned that we would start telling a bit more detail about where we were going to be working. So this morning we put out in our information some of the larger locations crews are working. This does not account for every crew. With that many we have, we are going to be all over the system. But where we're making progress on situations where we have 1,000 customers or more include these areas: Brick Church, North Nashville; Bellevue, West Nashville; Hendersonville; Elysian Fields; Madison; Rosebank; East Nashville; Goodlettsville; Forest Hills; Brentwood. Like I mentioned, this is not all that we are doing. This is where you will see large amounts of our crews dispatched to be able to get major progress today. I want to remind again, the responsibility of the storm is scale, and to be able to do this safely and responsibly. Once we have scale, the speed will pick up, and you can see how fast we've already restored 100,000 customers. We'll continue to make that progress. And I also lastly want to recognize the men and women in the field. They're dedicated to this. We understand the need in the community, and the men and women are dedicated to getting this done. And we appreciate those who have appreciated our workforce. Finally, just want to be clear about our commitment. We're going to continue to scale resources as needed until we start to bend that curve. So we will scale and make sure we're hitting that acceleration mark as quickly as possible.